Imagine the curtains never rising on your favorite Broadway show, the music silenced, and the stage dark. That was the looming threat until a last-minute deal averted disaster. But here's where it gets controversial. Just how close did Broadway come to a strike, and what does this tentative agreement mean for the future of its musicians? In the early hours of Thursday morning, the American Federation of Musicians Local 802, the union representing Broadway's musicians, reached a tentative deal with the Broadway League, the organization representing theater owners and producers. This agreement, struck around 4:30 a.m., prevented a strike that had been scheduled to begin later that same day. The strike would have brought many of New York's top shows to a grinding halt, leaving audiences in the dark and musicians without work. In a statement, Local 802 President Bob Suttmann emphasized the significance of the deal. This three-year agreement provides meaningful wage and health benefit increases that will preserve crucial access to health care for our musicians while maintaining the strong contract protections that empower musicians to build a steady career on Broadway. These improvements are vital as they address long-standing concerns about financial stability and healthcare access for musicians in an industry known for its unpredictability. And this is the part most people miss. While the details of the agreement have not yet been disclosed, the negotiations were intense and came down to the wire. Local 802 had been preparing to strike if a deal wasn't reached by Thursday, following an overwhelming vote by its members to authorize a strike if negotiations stalled. Earlier in the week, the union had issued a stark warning. If we do not have a new contract by Thursday morning, we are prepared to strike immediately. The negotiations began on August 31st, when the previous musician's contract expired. According to NBC News, a strike would have impacted every Broadway production that employs musicians, with the exception of Ragtime, which operates under a separate contract with Lincoln Center. Local 802, which describes itself as the largest local union of professional musicians in the world, represents a significant portion of Broadway's talent, making this agreement a critical win for the industry. Thursday's announcement comes on the heels of another major deal. Less than a week ago, the Actors' Equity Association, representing over 51,000 actors and stage managers, reached its own tentative agreement with the Broadway League. Al Vincent Jr., Actors' Equity's executive director, highlighted the deal's focus on preserving the Equity League Health Fund and improving access to physical therapy and scheduling flexibility. But here's the question that lingers. Are these agreements enough to address the deeper systemic issues facing Broadway's workforce? While both deals provide immediate relief, they also raise broader questions about the sustainability of careers in the arts. As Broadway continues to recover from the pandemic and navigate rising costs, how can we ensure fair compensation and job security for all its workers? What do you think? Are these agreements a step in the right direction, or do they merely scratch the surface of a much larger problem? Let us know in the comments below. We'd love to hear your thoughts.